Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 19! The
mic. Check 45's the mic. Record.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Space to maneuver at the 40. A huge play there right off the bat. 52 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Alert.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Bills 7, Buccaneers nothing.
After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Winston and the Bucks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Showing eight. Check safety.
Wait.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Ready?
Right over.
Mike 25.
Mike 58, right there. Oh, get him.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
They do not score,
the Pro Bowler Mohamed Wilkerson brings him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a dump off here complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here in this first series. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man. Check 99. Check 99. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch the safety creep. Kill. Sunday. Hey, turn it up.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Flip.
Let's go.
On second down now, it's Jones.
Run.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Jameis to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Black 25.
Mike 49.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Ready. Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharp weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point, good by Aguayo. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are back within a single score.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval.